Hey everybody, welcome to the Joys of Games podcast. This is episode 37. It's a very special 37. I promise you, you are in for a treat. We are recording this on Thursday, October 27th, 2016. This is the week of Nintendo. I am one of your hosts, Josh Brown. I am joined by none other than the infamous Colin Wheeler.
Trick or treat.
Smell my feet?
Give me something good. Yeah.
Hi, Colin.
Yeah. Hi.
Who's ready for Halloween?
I mean, kind of. I still got to get my pumpkin, so. But we're going to the pumpkin patch on Sunday, so
the day before
close.
Halloween, going to
right. So yeah. So I've never done that before.
No.
I'm very much a planner.
Mm-hmm.
But my dad is coming from out of town, so I figured, let's go to the pumpkin patch with him. So we're all gonna go together.
Sure. All right. At least you have a valid excuse, I guess. I'll let it pass.
It'll be like a pumpkin graveyard when we get there, though. I can already tell.
Sure. A lot of them rotting and just mushed up, and
yeah, it's
gonna be bad. I'm excited for Halloween. It's a fun time of year, as always. Of course, that leads right into November. November's a killer month as well. This November, though, Colin, it's going to be a little better than usual for me, per se. And I don't want to rub it in too much, right? But I am going to Disneyland.
Oh.
So
that's pretty good.
Yeah. And going to be going just before Thanksgiving. And apparently all the the holiday decorations are going to be up. So sign me up for like a full day of Jingle Cruises nonstop.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and from what I hear, the Haunted Mansion, because they get all seasonalized up for Halloween, and then the decorations go through the entire holiday. Apparently, the dining room smells like gingerbread in the ride, which is fantastic. So, I don't know. I'm excited about seeing Disneyland in the holiday spirit, and you know, it's only been a few months since I've been to Disneyland, but I already miss it, and I feel like it's been too long since I've been there. So,
yeah, man, I don't know when you wouldn't be excited to go to Disneyland. Yeah. You'd have to be a crazy person.
Sure. I'm even more excited though, Colin, because I'm not going alone. I'm going with Val. I don't know if you know Val or not, but
I've never heard of her.
This will be a fun little vacation for us. We haven't told the kids yet.
Ooh.
But we'll probably tell them after we're there, so that way they could only get mad in spirit and not to our face.
Yeah.
But you know, I've been to Disneyland the last couple years without her, and I always feel bad because she knows that I'm having a good time, and she loves that I'm having a good time. But I see it in her face every time I talk about it that she wishes she was there with me. So
sure,
this will be a good time. Right, Val?
Yep.
Hi, Val. Welcome to the podcast.
Hey. I'm excited for Disneyland. I'm super excited for Disneyland.
I'm excited to hear your voice, honestly.
Colin, you don't even know. I already asked Josh if this could be a Platform Junkies episode.
Unfortunately, we have to keep it clean. This is the Joys of Games podcast.
Okay, I'll be on my best behavior. Hi, Colin!
Hey!
The noise you hear me making has been me playing Disney Magical World, and I've been doing some quests, so I've been battling some ghosts.
See, I thought he was playing the game, but yeah.
Come on now, Colin. You know I don't have time for games.
That's true.
Yeah.
He doesn't really play games when he's podcasting anymore. He used to, like, way back in the early days, but now he totally just zones in. He has his laptop, his drink, microphone. He's all professional. I, on the other hand, will play a game. I don't care.
Just to let the listening audience in on this, Colin had no idea Val was going to be joining us on this podcast. I promised him a special guest, and he wanted to know badly, but I refused to tell him.
I know, it's probably not that exciting for him, but I have missed podcasting, and since we're talking about something tonight that's amazing and my favorite,
right,
I felt like I had to be on.
Sure.
And you kind of told me, hey, you're going to be on the podcast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the week of Nintendo. And
Colin doesn't know, so don't tell him.
And we're going to be talking about Disney Magical World 2. And we figured we might as well bring in the world's foremost expert on
I would not ever say that. I would not say that at all.
Between the three of us, you definitely are.
Okay, between the three of us, yes.
Yeah.
And if we include Los in that outer, yes. Between the four of us.
Right.
Los,
but
our
the
friend
three
Los.
of us on this podcast right now.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm the winner.
You're the expert.
Yeah.
We're going to defer all questions to you.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the podcast. Valerie Striplin.
Thanks for having me. I've never been on this one.
This is a new one for you.
Right.
You could add this to your
Still
resume.
no cursing.
Still none.
And it's only going to be an hour, which I call shenanigans.
Colin, we nail the time every week, don't we?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but
totally.
between the two of you, it's just really boring.
Wow.
And if you throw me into the mix, it's
Shots
crazy.
Fired. All right, well, next
I'm
week
talking
we'll
about,
talk
like,
your favorite
me,
Xbox One games.
You and Josh, and Colin and Josh, like, throwing me in the mix, and it's crazy.
Well, next week you can talk about your favorite Xbox One games. And
Okay. There's only one.
Xbox One game?
Yeah.
What?
Fable.
That's not Xbox One.
Okay, well, it's Xbox.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, it is an original Xbox.
It's original
game,
Xbox.
Don't give her that out, Colin.
Yes.
I'm
I
giving it to
already
her.
said it. It's only Xbox games, so yes. I win. Fable. 2, specifically. That's it. There's
Not
no
to
other
be confused
games.
with 1 or 3.
There's no other games.
On the Xbox that I like watching Mass Effect. Anyways, that's a different show.
Yeah, that's a
time.
next week's show.
I'm already messing it up.
It's my fault. I brought it up.
Never getting invited back. Also, this is really weird not having my normal headphones because I can't hear you and you're across from me. All I can hear is Colin.
Sure.
I don't like that.
You could take one out.
That's true.
Yeah.
I guess I could do that. But then I feel like I'm screaming.
Well,
Which now I'm paranoid I'm screaming.
you're not. I can tell you the levels are just fine.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm monitoring it
So
like
sitting
a
forward is
podcast
helpful.
professional.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I do.
Oh my gosh, so many dirty words just popped into my head. Okay.
Sure.
Keep it clean.
Keep it clean, Val.
Keep it clean.
This is not the After Dark special of Joys of Games.
The After Dark.
Colin, what did I get us into?
I don't know. I'm happy though. I'm super happy about this.
What's new, Val?
Nothing.
How's life?
You said you wanted to keep this at an hour.
Yeah.
Nothing's new.
Okay.
Life is great.
Sure.
Okay.
Perfect.
There's nothing. I honestly don't have anything to report.
Are you excited about Disneyland in a couple
Super
weeks?
excited. Here's my thing, is I'm a believe it when I see it kind of person. So for me, I know that we're going and we've talked about it, but like we're not going until we're like leaving the house and going.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So in my head, it's not happening.
It's make believe.
It's like, man, it might happen.
Sure.
But I'm not going to get all excited about it because those dreams have been dashed before.
Sure.
So
Well, Brett's texted me once every 2 weeks saying how excited he is, and
I'm super excited. I have a feeling I'm going to fall in love with Brett and his partner, and I'm pretty much not going to talk to you the whole weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I've already had images of me like making myself at home in their house and just being like one of the people that live there
Sure.
for the weekend.
They'll appreciate it, I'm sure. Yeah. I'm gonna be the odd man out, so
I don't mean it to be that way. I'm so excited, and I'm excited to do Disney and anything else that we decide to do while we're there. So
road trip,
in
in and out.
Oh yes, I'm very good at road tripping. I can't drive like when we go hang out in another part of the big giant Portland metro area.
Sure.
And it's like a 45-minute trek back to our house. I'm like super tired. But
Yeah.
if I'm like driving to California, I'm like, I got this.
With a purpose.
I got this. Get me in 16 hours. I'll be there.
So driving home, that's gonna be the case.
I am gonna be asleep.
Perfect.
And I almost said a bad word. Okay, paying attention.
Get the buzzer, Colin.
I know, we should have something like that.
No, it's gonna be fun.
I'm excited. It'll be great. I'm super excited because it's been a really long time since I was at Disneyland. Since before, my youngest is about to turn 8. She was conceived at Disney, so not at Disney, but in California. So
They frown on that.
We went to Disney that trip.
Splash Mountain
Anyways,
was
so it's been
fantastic.
about almost 9 years since I've been to Disneyland, and I am so excited because I know that there's a lot that's changed.
Have you ever been to California Adventure?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The Bug's Life mainly because my
Okay.
kids were little and we
Sure.
hung out there the most.
Yeah.
Because it's the most super little person friendly. young person friendly. But I'm excited to. I'm also nervous because I'm going to want to spend so much money, like Disney has already designed for it to be.
Right.
That I'm like already thinking about things I need to buy. Tsum Tsum pins. I sorted pins last night for tradesies.
Sure. Like you do.
I'm ready. Like in my head, I don't know. I'm planned. It's a planned. In and out for sure. That'll happen at least 3 times on the way down.
I mean, we're hitting the first one we come across.
Exactly, which is Medford. It's about 4.5 hour drive. We got this.
Long 4 hours.
Although I'm a fast driver when I'm road tripping, so I'll probably be there in like 3.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, well, I like to get where I'm going.
Sure, I don't like paying speeding tickets. So.
I have only ever had one speeding ticket, and that was in Wairika, California, and those people are
weird. That's
heartless.
where we're driving through.
We are driving through there, but Medford is before then, so we'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Goodness gracious.
Did we lose Colin?
No, I'm still here.
Oh,
I'm just thinking about what do they call it? Animal fries? Oh man, stuff's good.
Animal style.
That's
animal
burger.
style.
But where do the fries come?
The fries, they just pack them full of chili and.
Oh, I've never had those. Yeah. I've only had the burger.
It's like fry sauce with onions and like meat. Oh, it's delicious.
Oh, then I'm getting that too. I only have gotten the burger.
The
burger, was it without the buns and then animal style?
Sure. Good. Secret menus, man. I love secret menus.
So good. So good. Starbucks has a secret menu.
Don't tell me that.
Yep.
Did you hear about the new drink that they're coming out with?
I've got Josh kind of hooked on Starbucks a little bit. It is so great. And my favorite is that when he drinks something, he's like, oh, it tastes like a little bit like coffee. I'm like, no, it doesn't power through. He'll get it. He'll be like, I'm like, it's so sugary. It's so sugary. He's in love. He's in love. Just with the drinks that taste the least amount like coffee.
I'm still not fully on board with the taste of coffee.
He'll get there.
But I'm fully on board.
Colin, I've gotten him to eat tomatoes this year. I've gotten him to eat cheese since we've been together.
I think I've actually recommended
on the coffee drink.
We go to Starbucks a couple different times.
Who?
Me.
Oh, yeah, you have. Yeah. And you've actually been bummed when I said I'm going to Dutch.
Sure.
As opposed to Starbucks.
Right. I had a pumpkin spice latte.
He did. He did have a pumpkin spice latte. Like a basic person.
Now you gotta get the pepper white mocha.
That's next.
I'm not into that. You know that.
It's the best. Around.
You didn't want me to tell everybody about you drinking Starbucks?
I had forgot that I hadn't.
I don't forget. I got a memory trap like an elephant. I never forget.
Okay, that was the best part in Zootopia. He's like, "Do you remember him?" No.
Yeah. that whole scene where he describes like everything down to the very basic detail, tall. And he's like, "Man, I wish I could have a memory like whatever that elephant's name was." That was hilarious.
Good times.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Nintendo Switch?
Me or
you?
Oh, okay.
You're trying to signal something. I don't know what.
Oh, I'm trying to tell you to get the other chair because you look super uncomfortable, and then you could like let it down and be at a reasonable height.
Well, good.
It's awkward. If we're gonna do this for 3 hours, you gotta get cozy.
We're not. It's an hour-long podcast.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Nintendo Switch.
And then you asked me how I was doing. The Nintendo Switch. I honestly have only seen the dog memes on the internet. And we woke up early that one morning and watched the Nintendo Brief Direct, the briefest Direct I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But we watched that. It looks fantastic. I'm super excited to play it. I appreciate that it's mobile because we know how I feel about that. I guess the thing I'm concerned with is like the controllers on the sides. I can just see those getting loose when you're toting around and playing it. Like I'm taking it here and I'm taking it there, and you know what I mean. I could just see those getting loose, and then that will mess you up in your questing. Also, if it's going to be a Nintendo, it needs to have the functionality of playing the games that I like to play on my 3DS.
Like Animal Crossing?
Like Animal Crossing, like Disney Magical World. That stuff needs to be... I almost slipped. That stuff needs to be available to me on a new system.
Sure.
And I am not going to tolerate it not having it again. I won't buy it. I mean, I'm sure you will, but I won't play it. I'm not going to do it.
You want one of your own?
I do want one of my own. But I don't if it doesn't have the capability of playing the games that I wholeheartedly like. If they're phasing this out, if that's their intention.
As she pats her 3DS for the
if they couldn't tell.
Audience.
Yeah, if they couldn't tell. If they're phasing this out.
If you're watching this on video, you saw what happened.
That would be gross. If they're phasing this out, I need to be able to access the games that I hold near and dear to my heart. Because, let's be honest, I play 2 games. 3. Disney Magical World, Disney Magical World 2, and Animal Crossing New Leaf. Like, that's it.
And Fable 2.
And Fable 2 on the Xbox, but we don't even have an Xbox down here that, well, yeah, they're upstairs. So, but I'm just saying, like,
sure.
When it comes to gameplay, that's what you see me, you know, and
100% Animal Crossing is coming to...
It's definitely, it's a genuine concern that I'm having too with, like, a lot of Japanese developers that are developing for the 3DS. They have like smaller titles like Box Boy or, you know, I wouldn't say Disney Magical Kingdom is small, but in the scale of like a home console, it's a small scale game. So how are they willing to put the development cost to make it look HD and make it look nice and put it on the system? Or
Colin, they better.
Or is it going to be one of those things that they're going to move on to just cell phones? You know what I mean? And I hope it's not
going to be good enough. I hope it's not either. I hope, oh my goodness. I mean, I would 100% appreciate being able to play it on my mobile device.
Yeah.
But I want my mobile device to be able to communicate with my home system that I'm able to travel with me. You know what I mean? I don't understand why that isn't something that happens in the technology that we have available and everything else that we can do. Why can't my cell phone talk to my 3DS and my 3DS talk to my Switch? Like, why?
Because every company wants to be in their own ecosystem.
Sure. But
outside of my cell phone, though, it's all Nintendo.
Sure. But here's the thing. Nintendo and Apple are very friendly right now.
Well, yeah, because Apple's like, money.
Right. So,
I guess my only concern is, like, you look at franchises like Ace Attorney, you look at franchises like The Bravely Second, you look at, I mean, even Monster Hunter for that matter. Like, are those games, you know, like Ace Ventura?
You said that, I was super confused.
Ace Attorney, you know, sells 500,000 copies, and it's or 500,000 copies, and it's a success. But if they have to put a lot more into it to make it look good on this system and make it quote unquote acceptable to people, are they still going to do that? Are we still going to see games played for this? That's like my only concern with the Switch. I'm super on board with everything else, but that's my biggest concern right now.
I guess here's what I'm thinking, and tell me I'm crazy. This just came out. The Disney Magical World 2. Mm-hmm. And it is huge. We'll talk about that in a minute. It's a huge game.
Sure.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Huge! Compared to the original, right?
Right.
Why would
is it a big league game?
It's a big league game. Is it
a big league? Okay.
Colin, the bad words are trying to come out of my mouth. Stop it.
Huge.
This game is
it's like China.
It's like,
was it made in China?
Quiet, this nasty woman is trying to talk. This game is large. It's I can't. You need to stop. What I'm saying is that why would you come out with a game that's as big as this?
As big as this.
As big as this game is, and then come out with a new system and not give me access to this game.
I will tell you why.
But you're phasing this product out.
Not yet.
They haven't said anything.
Okay.
They will not phase the 3DS out for at least
You're right.
Not
for a while.
You're right, but it's gonna be like what is this the PlayStation Vita?
The Vita
that we never. It's gonna be like that. It's rarely gonna be games that are available for it.
Here's the thing.
It's gonna make me angry.
This game just came out. There's a few more 3DS games still on the horizon within the next couple months that are coming out.
Also, can we talk about how many people buy these?
Hold on.
Sorry.
You have to remember that these games have been in development for probably a couple years.
Totally.
And they couldn't bank on the fact of Nintendo possibly putting out a new console when Nintendo just announced it a week ago.
not to mention these were.
But Nintendo's had that in the works for years too. How could they bank on
Nintendo coming out with a home console hybrid? You know what I mean? Like,
let's be honest.
Everybody knew that the Wii U was going to be replaced, and we figured, DS sooner rather than later is going to get replaced as well. But I don't think anybody thought it was going to be both at the same time.
Right. I see them hanging on to the 3DS for a little while. I mean, it's not going to be just a fire sale. We're going to stop putting out stuff. I think whatever is currently in development will continue to be in development. They will be released. Eventually, they are going to have to sever the ties with it, though, because they do not want the 3DS to cannibalize sales of the Switch by people saying, well, I already have gaming on the go, this is all I need. They want people to convert to it's not the same, but at the same time, they want people to eventually evolve into the Switch and whatever.
Then you need to make these games available to me on your new system.
What if they make new ones?
That's the new goal. Well, that's what I'm saying. Okay, it needs to be a new iteration that is friendly to that system that I can play on the go and at home or wherever.
I definitely think we are going to see ports for specific games. Pokemon, obviously, is the obvious.
100%.
Obvious thing there. We'll probably see. Oh man, we'll probably see ports of like Link Between Worlds. We'll probably see ports of some other like 3DS games that were really popular, first party especially. Mm-hmm. And then obviously sequels to better selling games, but.
Sure.
Like I said, it kind of freaks me out because I'm concerned that we're not going to get these really like special experiences because it's going to cost a lot more to develop in theory, for the Switch.
In theory, there's a lot we don't know, and we have to, we can sit here and theorize about rumors and speculation forever, but until we know Nintendo's game plan for all of this.
If I don't get my games on the system that I need,
here's the beautiful thing.
Then I will stop playing.
Here's the beautiful thing.
Bam! Mic drop.
You have the games that you like playing right now, right?
Correct.
Nintendo's not going to come to this house.
Then my new retro game is Disney Magical World 1.
Nintendo's not going to come to this house and take away your 3DS.
I didn't say that I thought that they were.
What I'm saying is, like, people are, like, super stressing about, like, not having these games anymore. They're still there. They're just not going to be possibly new ones in the same capacity that we have now.
Did you see his face? There's so much hatred right there.
Why? Because this is the joys of games. We're talking about good things.
While I appreciate playing these games on my system, I need them to evolve for me eventually.
And they will.
Onto a new system.
Possibly. Yes, Colin.
Did you see the new rumors about the Switch?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
So, they're saying that the screen is 720p.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
And it's going to have multiple touch, which is the first for Nintendo console.
Yep. Necessary.
And then somehow the
multiple touch, like pinch screen, that kind of stuff. Oh,
yeah.
Duh, get there.
And the right, what's it called? Joy-Con is going to have some kind of infrared tracking.
Right. To make games, because once you dock the thing, you can't use the touchscreen, obviously, on your TV. So you need the infrared to act as a pointer in lieu of having the touchscreen. Yeah,
which is, I think it's a smart solution.
Sure, absolutely.
It's gonna be awesome because, like, I was saying I'm concerned about the games not being developed before. The one thing that is exciting though is like we are gonna get if that's the case, we're gonna get a huge range of different random games.
Yep.
Like I kind of look at this. I get excited when I think in my head. I get excited about like the PlayStation 1 and all the bizarre, weird crap that they came up with, and just like threw it at the wall. And whatever stuck is kind of what they sticked with. I'm kind of excited to see what they're gonna do with this.
Sure. And I think the beauty of this is the Wii was very specific with having motion controls, with having that accessibility built into pretty much every game. The Switch kind of allows developers to develop the kind of game that they want. Do they want to make a game with touch controls and, do they want it to be played with just a D-pad or, and like there's so many different options, it feels like, that we're going to see so many different types of games coming out of companies that want to try weird things or want to go the traditional route. Right, Val?
I want to talk again about, in the past, we talked about Animal Crossing and how that will look on this new Nintendo system. Do you remember those conversations?
Did you know the Animal Crossing server right now is down for maintenance?
You know what that means?
Getting ready for the update.
You know what that means. I'm sorry, I'm looking at pictures of the Switch again because I remembered what it looked like. I just wanted to see it again in my face.
Yeah.
I just want what I want. And I don't want anybody to mess with that.
Just want what I want.
Just want what I... Just give me what I like! You've already given it to me once.
Honestly, the single biggest mistake Nintendo could make would be to forget the 3D audience. The 3DS audience. Because there is a very large group of people...
Huge.
That only play the 3DS.
Huge. Hello.
And if they don't have a plan in place for that audience, it's going to end.
Well, here's the thing, too.
I am confident that they will see that and they acknowledge that and they will move forward with
it. We have a Wii. It's not even hooked up. We have two Wiis with not even hooked up.
Right.
We have a Wii U.
Yeah.
When was the last time you carried around the Wii U, came downstairs and played a game? The Switch is going to be the same size.
Sure.
Approximately.
Except it won't need to stay tethered electronically.
You're right. It won't need to stay tethered. However, that's huge. That is a huge thing to be playing on.
If I could walk around the house with that Wii U gamepad without me worrying that it's going to lose connectivity, I would a lot more.
Would you? Like,
absolutely.
Walking, like, this is the size of an iPhone 7.
Sure. I'm taking the Switch to work. I'm taking it in my van.
It's so massive.
I'll get a bag.
I just don't... This fits in my purse.
Sure, the Switch will too.
A big purse.
Why are we mad? This is the Joys of Games podcast.
I'm excited for change. I'm excited for newness. But don't take away what I'm already extremely attached to. Especially since what?
Do you remember the original Game Boy?
I have.
Do you think people like giving up on the original Game Boy?
People don't now. They still play it.
I'm pretty sure Hillary Clinton's still rocking that.
She might be.
What I'm saying is, like, things evolve, and you either go with the evolution, or you stay back and keep playing the things you
Evolve my 3DS, like you've evolved it so far. Keep going with this.
They're taking the 3DS, and they're taking the Wii U, and they're taking the Wii, and they're taking the GameCube, and they're putting it in a big old melting pot, and they're stirring it all around.
And creating a giant handheld console for me to carry around town.
It's not going to be giant.
It's huge!
It's not huge.
Only if you have little hands.
Orange little hands.
Anyways.
Nintendo Switch.
Oh, I wanted to add that they are going to do a full unveil on the 12th of January.
Yes.
For anyone that did not hear.
Sure. I mean, they promised they weren't going to say anything until 2017. They're living up to
it. For anyone that did not hear.
I
just pulled up like 90 websites. Just in case you missed it.
I'm excited that they said exactly when they're going to announce it. And it's not just like, ambiguous. It's sometime next year.
Because we would have 2.5 months of speculation of when's Nintendo going to talk, when they're going to do this, when they get, boom, done. Go about your lives, folks.
Yeah, they're doing it right when the media gets back to work and everything. So,
before we move off the Nintendo Switch, because I guess this is news and we're talking about Nintendo, we got an email from a listener out there.
Is it about
Eric,
Nintendo?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Eric Plunk wrote in, as you can too, to joysofgames@gmail.com. He said, one thing I haven't heard much discussion of in regards to the Switch is Virtual Console. Do you think there's any chance that Virtual Console purchases made on the Wii U will carry over to the Switch?
Ooh. They have to.
No.
They don't have to.
No, they don't.
That's so much. Man, Nintendo be bad as Disney.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to do the same thing they did with the Wii to the Wii U, where they're going to be like, buy it at a discounted rate.
Yeah. Ugh.
I think...
dirty.
What I think is what most people hope at this point is that the Switch is going to kick off their official all-encompassing ecosystem.
Yeah.
With some kind of achievement trophy system that tracks your purchases, that carries on as Nintendo continues to evolve, that it ties into your mobile gaming, so when you play the Mario Run games, you'll be able to do something, interact with that somehow on the Switch, and the whole network that they're creating. I really hope they have that in store.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think, the whole Nintendo ID thing that you made for Miitomo is kind of like the beginning of that system.
Yep.
And Miitomo is it is going to be your avatar. They are going to bring Mii backs, but I think that's going to be the main source to customize your Mii and kind of make it look however you want, and then it'll show up in your account throughout all these different systems, from your phone to your Switch to whatever else. That's why I think it's going to be a discounted thing, because it is going to be a new system. Like, not a new, like, obviously the Switch is a new system, but it's going to be a new account system as well. So, I mean, it'd be really nice if it was free, but I think they're still going to charge at least a little bit.
Sure. I mean, without knowing what their plans are, if they were to create this all-encompassing network type thing, like, I have no idea what the back end of that is even capable of pulling as far as, like, information is concerned. Like, here's these virtual console games that you had downloaded on your Wii U, some of which you had downloaded from the Wii. How does that transfer over to this new thing? Can you integrate that? Possibly. It's not even technically possible, Would it be nice if everything was just free that you've already bought? Yes. Would I be okay if it's just discounted, or they say, hey, we know you've bought the stuff in the past. We just feasibly cannot come up with a way that can transfer that kind of stuff, the licenses that you've bought over to this new system. Buy them this last time and you'll never do it again, type of thing.
Sorry.
Or at least as far as we could predict, type of scenario.
It's also not a super common move either, though, like having from going from one system to the next, because I mean, Sony has it with some of their first party stuff and stuff that's been ported over, which has been fantastic that they haven't charged any extra for that, especially considering those are actually upgrades. But like, if you think about it, Microsoft, when that came out, you didn't have access to all those digital games until backwards compatibility kicked in. Right. And I think that was in response to obviously fans wanting it, but also
angry.
Yeah, but also, because Sony was doing that with their ports that coming over. So it is kind of a new concept, and I do hope Nintendo takes a look and see the successes in the industry and kind of rolls with that, but we'll see.
I think Nintendo is just always in a tough position because unlike Sony and Microsoft, they have 30 plus years of games that people adore and love and want to hang on to as long as possible. Classic NES games are small in comparison to the games that come out now. So like in people's minds, it's like that's an easy thing to just bring over to the system because it's like 3 megs,
Yeah, but when you're talking about a more advanced technology and bringing
like that's older, where it gets complicated.
It's work.
Yeah. I mean, maybe their solution is just like the NES Classic that's coming out in a few weeks. There's your virtual console.
I mean, I'm excited. Don't get me wrong. I'm super excited for the mini NES, but I'm excited for the idea of the mini NES. I'm not excited to be like, oh, here's the mini NES 2 with 30 more games, but I still can't buy those games on the Switch. That would be horrible.
You know why I'm excited?
That would make me so angry because
it's mini. It's so cute.
It's in your hand.
It's true. Speaking of retro, let's go back.
Disney
back
Magical
a little
World.
bit, Colin. No, we have to go to the past.
Retro
first.
game now.
We're not. We're not doing a 3-year-old game as our retro game. I'm sorry, Val.
Why not? She can speak to it.
She can. But we're going to go back a little bit further.
All right.
Just a tad bit further to the...
That would be considered vintage.
We're going to go vintage. To the classic NES days, the Nintendo Entertainment System. We're going to talk about a little game that you may know by its theme song. Val?
Oh, I don't know.
DuckTales.
Woo woo!
I thought you said you don't know.
I didn't know what you were going to say.
DuckTales.
Yeah, I got the back of the box. You want to hear that?
Oh boy, do I ever!
That's fantastic.
First off, this back of the box is hilarious because it doesn't have just the game description. It also has some kind of weird Capcom mascot talking to you about it called Captain Commando.
Is it like Clippy?
Something like that. It looks like an astronaut with a blue monkey sitting on his shoulder.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So, yeah.
Which one's talking, the astronaut or the monkey?
You know, honestly, I don't know. I don't know which one is Captain Commando.
There's a speech bubble, and it's a little iffy on whose mouth it's coming
So, says Captain Commando here, look to me for up-to-date reports on all the exciting action games from Capcom. Until next time, Captain Commando.
That's a real thing on the back of this box?
Yep.
I wonder how many games had that.
I'm guessing all of those licensed games, like the Chip and Dale and Darkwing Duck, probably anything that Capcom could put out around then.
Mega Man's?
Maybe. I don't know, man. Like, look, Google Captain Commando. I don't know. It's the weirdest freaking thing. All right, so here's the back of DuckTales. Bless me bagpipes. When will that thrill-seeker Scrooge McDuck ever quit? Never wanted to turn away from adventure, Uncle Scrooge has taken on his greatest challenge to discover the legendary 5 lost treasures and become the richest duck in the world. Join Scrooge and his DuckTales gang. What in the world is that word? Gung Ho, Flying Ace, Launchpad, the nephews, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and Little Webby on their search. Together they must trek through the treacherous Amazon jungle, down into the diamond mines of Africa, and even to the moon. Are you duck enough to join them on their adventure? Come along to Duckburg headquarters to see for yourself.
Oh, I'm duck enough.
I'm so ready. Let's go. That sounds fantastic.
Val, did you ever play this game?
No, but I would play the heck out of it right now.
It's super good.
Do they have it for the 3DS?
They do, actually, I believe.
What?
The
Nintendo eShop.
I don't think it was a 3DS.
Are you sure? I think it came with 3DS. Are we all going to look this up at the same time?
I'm pulling up my Nintendo eShop. I don't know.
Wii U. Remastered is not on the 3DS.
Oh.
Lame. Not lame.
Sorry, it'll be on the Switch
soon.
It'll be on the Switch.
Shut your mouth.
Colin, did you play this game as a kid?
Absolutely.
How great was this
Just
game?
reading the back of the box would make me want to play.
So how satisfying is to be Scrooge McDuck, who's, you know, cranky old duck in the cartoon, but being able to use the cane that he has as a pogo stick and jumping on enemies' heads.
It was fantastic.
Best part of that game.
Yeah. It was hard. It was challenging. But super rewarding. Like when you beat a level, you're just like, yeah, I crushed that level.
Yeah.
Playing on the moon and like collecting all like the moon cheese and like fighting the big old green rats that are trying to steal the moon cheese. Good stuff.
Yeah, the sprites in that game are really, really well done too. Really colorful, and they looked like the characters because there's a lot of licensed games out there, and a lot of them did not look anything like their actual characters. Not to mention, like, the soundtrack was awesome too. They had the DuckTales theme song and like this 8-bit like chiptune sound. So cool. Yeah.
I want to watch so much cartoons right now.
Yeah.
I guess it was produced by key personnel from the Mega Man series, and it sold over 1 million copies worldwide, which is pretty dang good, I'd say.
Yeah, especially that time when
DuckTales, woo woo. They had such a catchy song. Yeah. Like, how could you?
I think I actually have it on the PS3. We might need to fire that sucker up tonight.
So it was released.
Can you play it on the Vita?
No. It was released in the US on NES in 1984, then again on the Game Boy in 1990, and both of those
sold the Game Boy?
1 million each. Yeah.
I do not remember it being on the Game Boy.
Yeah. I never played on the Game Boy either. I only played the NES versions.
And both versions sold 1 million each?
Yep.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
People love their handheld gaming.
Telling you.
And there was a sequel, DuckTales 2, in 1993, which I wasn't as big of a fan.
You know what would be amazing of Nintendo? To bring back those Game Boy games, but for the 3DS.
What if they came out with a little mini...
Keeping it alive. I would play that too, but I'm saying
there's a lot of Game Boys that are already on the 3DS. A lot of Game Boy games.
Yeah.
Like, there's the Mario games, Wario, Pokemon.
Yeah, no, I know that, but, like, DuckTales isn't.
Oh, yeah, well, they have to pay Disney to do that. That's
well, Disney Magical World, what's up? We already have some contracts.
What's up?
Sneaking it in. DuckTales game created for the 3DS. Thank you. Sign here.
They are making a new DuckTales TV show, so maybe we'll get
It's not going to be good. Have you watched My Little Pony recently? It's not the same.
A little bit better, actually. No, I have not watched My Little Pony lately.
I'm just saying.
You're missing out, Colin.
Apparently so.
I appreciate them trying to bring back the classics of my childhood. I, however, cannot get on board with them being as good as.
Sure.
So.
DuckTales was 6 levels? Does that sound right?
It was like 6... Wasn't it 6 worlds, though? Like, you had, like, sub-levels, and then you completed a boss at the end.
Well, like, each world was just, like, one continuous map.
Was it? I thought there was, like, sub-maps.
Mm-hmm. I don't think, no. Because, like, you'd go to the
moon, because you could beat that game in, like, 2 hours, if not less.
If you had a good run.
Yeah.
You guys have never seen me play a game.
That's true. DuckTales was good. The remastered version was incredibly good. Totally worth it.
What is it? Way Forward, I believe, made it. Yeah, they did a great job.
If anybody out there hasn't played it yet, like, if you can't get the original cartridge and slap it into an original Nintendo system, the next best thing is definitely the remastered. It's on the Wii U, it's on PS3, it's on Xbox 360.
And PC.
It's not on a DS.
It's not on a DS.
Wah, wah.
Totally worth playing. It plays just like the original. It's just, it's polished up a bit more. The music's just as good. The controls are tight, which is always a concern when you talk about remastering old NES classic games.
Right.
If you can't get the controls right, don't even bother. You know.
Yeah, in the remaster too, you could switch to the 8-bit sprites, couldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
I know you could do the music for sure.
Yeah.
But I thought you could switch over to how it looked before.
I think so.
I love when games do that, like when the Halo games did that. Oh, it's so awesome.
So DuckTales, man. I mean, and the music, honestly, like that theme song, it just plays, and there's just so much good in that game, and it's fun, and it's quirky, and it's DuckTales, and that's all you need to know.
Yep.
Also, I brought it up because Disney, and this is going to be the Disney episode.
I got you.
When you wish upon a star.
Don't do that.
Normally we'd talk about news, but I think we already covered the news.
Yep.
Nothing else really to report on news-wise.
I mean, if they want other news, there are 3 other podcasts under the same umbrella, so I feel like you're covered.
I meant Nintendo news.
I see.
Yeah.
There's no news.
No, well, we talked about the Switch already.
I got you.
We jumped ahead in the time frame. So now we're going to talk about the games we love.
Oh, just in general?
No.
Oh, just this game?
Have you ever even listened to this podcast?
Sometimes.
She probably listens to 5 minutes. She's like, this is boring. I'm out.
It depends on what the topic is. If it's a game that I am interested in or that I like or I have any frame of reference, then yes.
Sure.
If it is a game I don't care about, like there's the 2 episodes from last week, I haven't even touched them with the 10-foot pole.
Fair enough.
Dang.
I don't remember what they are.
That was like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. But yeah. I don't remember what they are, but when I saw them, I was like, I don't know if that's going to be for me.
Gears of War 4.
Yeah, not for me.
Yeah. And what do we do for PlayStation?
I can look.
I don't even remember.
PlayStation.
Anyway, so we're going to talk about a game we love, a game that we're currently playing, a game that we're enjoying. Of course, this is the Nintendo Week, so it is a Nintendo game. There's a couple Nintendo games out there that people are playing and enjoying. We'll get to the...
Overwatch. That's
Splatoon.
Oh. That was a while ago.
We'll get to checking in with the community here at the near the end of the show and see what everybody out there is playing. BioShock Collection.
Sorry.
But for now, we're going to talk about a game that we're currently enjoying. And it's not a game...
We? Who?
It's not a game that I'm playing and enjoying. It's not a game that Colin is playing and enjoying.
You're not playing it yet?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
No.
Don't you have a DS?
I do have a DS.
Then why aren't you playing it, Colin?
Because I have other things to play.
So, what? Colin!
What?
So obviously this is a game that Valerie is playing.
Just me, apparently.
Very much
I'm
enjoying
holding this show together!
Disney Magical World
2.
The sequel.
The second one.
So Val.
Yeah.
Give us the elevator pitch on Disney Magical World 2. What is this game?
Tell me what an elevator pitch is. Oh, quickly in the elevator? I got you. Okay. I'm not going to be able to do that.
Well, just if somebody would be like, hey Val, what is Disney Magical World 2? I don't know what
Did anybody
this game
play,
is.
did you play Disney Magical World 1?
Assume nobody played the first one.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you do this?
I don't think so. I don't know how to describe it. If somebody took Disney and Disney World, there's a cat. Okay, so what I said to you before, Disney Magical World, the first one, was like Disneyland, right? Kind of basic, not very big. I mean, it's huge, but like not very big. Here's your Winnie the Pooh. Here's your Cinderella. Here's your basics, right?
Okay.
This game, Disney World.
Okay, but what kind of game is it?
Okay. What is it? Is
it a puzzle game?
I have to do quests.
Is it like Tetris?
No, I have to do quests. You have to go on quests. You have to build outfits. You have to build furniture. You have a cafe. You have to serve people food. It's a chore game.
It's kind of like Animal Crossing.
It's like Animal Crossing,
with,
but
Harvest Moon.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
So which character are you playing? Are you Winnie the Pooh?
I played as myself.
Okay.
I play as me, as Val, and I imported my me character.
Okay. So you are playing as a guest in this world.
I am a guest to Castleton.
Okay.
Castleton is the name of is the world.
Sure.
But really, it's Disney World.
Sure.
Like the castle's bigger, the gameplay. There's more.
Okay.
It's massive.
And you run around and do what?
So, you have to get stickers. These stickers, you are like a little achievement. So, you took a picture with Cinderella, you get a sticker. Well, not necessarily, but this is just
I'm going to
pretensies.
Get so many stickers in a couple weeks.
Shush your mouth. Shush your mouth.
Taking all the pictures with Cinderella.
You harvest things with in Winnie the Pooh with Rabbit in the garden. You get stickers. So you get these stickers for achieving these little tiny goals. When you hit certain milestones with stickers, it unlocks, I don't even remember what they're called. It unlocks activities that you can do or quests that you can go on within worlds. So, for example, I just unlocked Atlantis. I am hanging out with Little Mermaid. I just made friends with Flounder. Sebastian's asking me to help Ariel. I went into Ariel's cavern where she collects all her human things.
Are you also a mermaid?
I become a mermaid when I go into Atlantis because I need to be able to swim.
Sure. I didn't know if you turn into a
and
fish or
I breathe underwater and all that stuff. Submarine. I turned into a mer person. Whoa. Amazing. I haven't met King Triton yet. I haven't hit that milestone, so I don't have enough stickers to be able to do that. So whenever you ask me about, and I'm just like, I need 30 stickers or whatever. So as you're playing, different worlds open up, and by worlds I mean like Winnie the Pooh opened up or Atlantis opened up. They become available for you to go in, and when you go in, you are meeting more Disney characters. You're able to harvest around that part of the world. What are these things called? Items that you're going to need to later build an outfit or make an outfit, build furniture for your cafe or for your house, create a wand or a fishing pole because you get to go fishing, which I love. So you find items while you're navigating within this world, and then you go on a quest. You go on a quest to defeat ghosts in the forest or ghosts in the caverns of Atlantis, whatever. I don't know why they're always ghosts, but they're ghosts.
So do you ever fight like the actual villains in these Disney worlds?
No.
Do you never like battling Ursula or...
No. There is one boss that kind of looks like it could be an Ursula, but that you defeated for me in the first game, but you don't actually, or at least not that I've discovered yet, because I haven't gotten that far. I am like 40 stickers in.
It's a fictional world within like the Disney universe, essentially.
Right.
So they have fictionalized bad guys also.
Right, which are ghosts. Okay. Like, you need to go into the caverns to find... Ariel's missing her music box. You know, the music box with the couple dancing?
What a shame.
She's missing it, and you're trying to help her find it.
If she wasn't such a hoarder.
So... You don't help her find it so much as, like, you just go find it. She's not, like, with you when you go on this quest. No. And you defeat... Ariel. Within the quest, you defeat these ghosts. While you're doing that, you're harvesting things that you're going to need later in the game, like leaves or seeds that you're going to plant in your garden, or, you know, stuff like that. Or a piece of the sleigh from Frozen, which I have access to.
Colin, I'm pretty sure this is a Disney version of Dark Souls.
I was thinking it sounds a lot like Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I would say that.
There's a lot of parallels that she's talking about. Like, even just the quest that she's talking about. I'm like, oh, I did that in Kingdom Hearts. Huh.
Right. So you're collecting these items, and then once you defeat the boss ghost, you've now unlocked that particular quest.
Okay.
So,
real quick, can we make a Disney Dark Souls game, please?
Yes.
That would be cool.
That's what Kingdom Hearts 3 is.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay. Fans will be pissed or anything at all, so...
They would love it, you know
that. Sorry, Val, continue.
It's totally fine. I enjoy Kingdom Hearts. Anyways, so when you first start the game, the tutorial is to get you up to 20 stickers. And that is just like changing into Ace Ensemble. So you basically go to Daisy Duck and you're like, I need to make an outfit. What do I need to make this outfit? And she'll tell you, you need these ingredients. Well, how do I get these ingredients? I have to go on the quest, right? Or I have to have access to that world. So there are times, I learned this in the first game, and I assume it's going to be the same with this game, that like I will need something, an item, to make an outfit 50 stickers down the road that I don't have anymore. So I have to go do that quest again to get that one item because it was only available via that quest. So I imagine that's going to happen here because right now I think it was one of the townspeople is asking me to wear a special outfit, and I don't know how to find the item that I need to make that outfit. And so, and that's there's the thing, like you can go in and be like, okay, well, somebody's asking me to do this particular thing, wear this particular thing, or give them a piece of wood or whatever. Where do I find that? I can go in and find out, okay, well, I can only get that. I can only source it from, Alice in Wonderland. Well, I don't have access to Alice in Wonderland yet, so I guess that'll wait, So there's townspeople that ask you to do things for them, favors. They're called favors.
Sure.
If you wave at specific people, and it'll show you on the map, you get puzzle pieces to a picture. This is new, this game. a frame, if you will. So they encourage you to take a lot of photos. So you'll take photos with characters, and that's like, I love that. I'm just, no.
Oh.
There's a camera that has butterfly wings. It's a ladybug camera.
Oh, cute.
And it will take pictures of you with whoever you're standing with, and you can pose a picture, and you can wave, and you can pose. And so eventually, once you create the frame for that photo, but you have to get the pieces for the frame from characters within the game. So this is a new concept for me. I haven't really... every time I see on the gamepad that there's somebody that has a puzzle piece, I will go to them and wave and get the puzzle piece, but I haven't, as far as I know, created an entire frame yet for a picture. So that's new. Last game, you collected cards from people, and then you had these cards that you could trade in. Once you had like so many cards, you got more stickers, different milestones. So they call them stickers, but they're really just achievements that you unlock.
Okay.
As you're unlocking them, it gives you more access to more parts of the game. The only way to unlock them is continue to do quests, continue to create things in your cafe, themes, make furniture with Chippendale.
Do you have a house?
I have a house.
You could decorate.
In the previous game, you had like a little apartment upstairs above your cafe, and you didn't really have a lot that you could do in it. But this, like, I have an entire house that I can furnish, and I can do whatever. I have it.
So basically, you're playing like the story plot of Gilmore Girls, going from Luke's diner.
Kind of.
Apartments.
I haven't really done a lot in my house because I'm trying to, because this game is so much bigger than the first one. And by bigger, I don't mean like the megabytes or gigabytes or whatever. Maybe it is. Shoot, I don't know. What? Terabytes.
Teraflops.
Teraflops. What is that?
Nobody knows.
Okay.
Xbox knows.
So, like, maybe this game is, and I don't really, but I mean, like, in Disney Magical World, the first one, you had the main square, and then you had like little bridges or little paths that were like super tiny on the map that took you to Daisy's boutique or to the cafe or to, Alice in Wonderland. It was really small. And like I purchased an expansion pack to be able to go see Peter Pan, which that was like one extra activity that was like, for me, that was insane. Right. Here it is. I totally got on a ship and went to Arendelle. And I was in a totally different part of the world because it's like snowing there, and sure. I'm talking to Olaf, and like there's mountain regions, and Lilo and Stitch. All of a sudden I'm in Hawaii. All I was doing was walking on the beaches of Castleton, and it's like, enter here to Hawaii. You know what I mean? Just so
the scope of the game is
of the game is so much larger, and I haven't even scratched the surface. Like, it's insane, or it's gonna be insane. It's a little overwhelming at sometimes because it's so large. They only have one area where you can skip around quickly. So if I need to get to Arendelle from my house, I have to go through like an entire town, a screen save where it's loading, and then all the way through that town to get to the bridge that's going to get me on the ship to take me to Arendelle.
Sure.
Whereas the other one, it wasn't that complicated. The only skip that they have is between your cafe and your farm in Winnie the Pooh's land. There's like a little balloon that you go stand next to. Once you hit that balloon, it'll just transport you there.
100 Acre Woods.
Honestly, they should have that transport available all over. Like, the only purpose that I find for running through everything is to be able to source things that are constantly regenerating that I need on a regular basis. Like, I need certain number of milk berries to make a certain kind of salad for my cafe. Those milk berries can only be found on this one particular tree. So outside of that, there's not really a reason for me to have to run all the way across the town square.
Sure.
I
wonder if like the fast travel will come later on in the game.
It might, but I don't think so, and only because when I first started this game, this balloon was sitting here next to my cafe, and this balloon was sitting here by Winnie the Pooh, and I just gotten access to the Winnie the Pooh, but the cafe balloon, it was just like a balloon.
Gotcha.
Why is this balloon here? It's just one random balloon. How weird is that? It's tied to a gate. you know, and then all of a sudden, once I had access to Winnie the Pooh, they're like, oh, by the way, this is the fast track between, you know, Winnie the Pooh farm and your cafe.
So once you accomplish like all the quests in Arndale, right? Say you accomplish all the quests in there, is there ever a reason to go back?
Yes. Okay. Thank you for asking that. So these stickers open up a certain number of quests.
Okay.
And so, like right now, I just got to 40 stickers, and all of a sudden, I had 3 quests that I could do in Little Mermaid. So I did those 3 quests. And now the next one I can't do until I have 43 stickers.
Which means you'd have to go to another world.
Which means I have to go to another world, complete quests in that other world, figure out how to get more stickers. And those stickers, like I could get more stickers by Ace Ensemble, or an Ace Ensemble is like from head to toe, you're dressed like, I don't know.
Beyonce.
Not Beyonce in this game, but like from head to toe, like I just bought a witch's outfit because it's Halloween. Like from head to toe, I'm a witch.
Sure.
So
you're constantly going...
You're constantly going from world to world because you don't... Like, I didn't realize that in Lilo and Stitch, like, I had completed all the quests that were available at the time. I went to another world, did a bunch of quests there. I went to another world, I got access to Arendelle, I just got access to Little Mermaid, did all the quests that I could do there with the stickers that I have. All of a sudden, I go back to Lilo and Stitch just for funsies because there's a fruit on the... there's a fruit that grows off the beach that I need for something... for something that I need in my cafe, or there's some ocean glass that I can source from there. So I go there to source these things because I like having a lot of them. I don't like running out. When I go to my cafe and I have to make something, I like there to be a plethora of berries or hibiscus or whatever. I don't...
Nothing worse than cooking with
because then you have to leave, you have to go to that area, come back, because the idea in your cafe is that you have a theme. So your walls, your carpet, your tables, your chairs, the dancers up on stage, the uniforms everybody in the cafe is wearing are themed. So say they're themed right now. I have them themed for Tangled, the movie Tangled.
Sure.
When I do that, when I create that theme, then the people from Tangled come to my party at my cafe. Whoa. And all of a sudden I'm hanging out with Rapunzel and...
Esco.
I don't... But yeah.
Well, yeah.
So, but obviously. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
So I just went back to Lilo and Stitch and found out there was like 8 quests available for me that I could do. And so I'm trying to catch up.
So it's not like you go to Atlantis, you play all the quests, and then you never have to go there
Nope.
again.
You will need to continue to go back there.
That's cool.
Because, number 1, to source things that you need.
Sure.
But number 2, because there's going to be quests that come up. And the more quests that you complete, the more stickers that you get eventually, because there's quest milestones for that. There's also like special stickers that you get that... And you can see, like, you can go in and say, what does this sticker do? And it'll say, build 10 pieces of furniture with Chip and Dale. Build 30 pieces of furniture with Chip and Dale, you know. And you can try and achieve those so that way you accelerate the speed of your stickers. Like, say that's all I want to focus on is being able to... Well, in order to buy the furniture from Chip and Dale, I have to complete the quest, because while I'm completing the quest, I'm obtaining the ingredients and also the recipe. And I need the recipe to be able to build... the furniture, or build the outfit, or build the food.
Sure.
Or create the food, whatever. So, it's a lot. I mean,
yeah,
there's a lot of things going on, but it is... And I haven't even, like I said, like, you can see when you're traveling, when you're in an area where there's a portal that's going to take you to another land, you just don't have access to that land yet. Like, you could walk up to it, but it won't let you in. Mm-hmm. Like with King Triton, like I walked up and then his mer people were like, nope, we can't let you in. You know, like, so I can see that those are other land. There's so many of those right now that are just sitting there that I can't access. Wow. And it's kind of overwhelming at the same time, which is why I put it away for a couple of days, because all of a sudden I'm just like 5 hours into playing Disney Magical World.
Yeah.
So, but it's great. I love it.
I can tell.
Super fun.
Colin, any questions?
No, I mean... pretty much covered it. That sounds a lot more in depth than honestly I thought it was gonna be. Because like you look at it at face value, or you look at like screenshots, and for me it just seemed like one of those like licensed cash-in games. But it sounds like they put a lot of heart into the game, I guess.
I would agree with that. Especially if you have any experience playing the first one, and then you come to this one, and you're like, holy moly, they either listened to people that were talking or they just really wanted to make this a better experience.
Yeah.
Because everything is so, like, you can still use, here's the other thing too. And I can't say that I'm an expert because I don't, number one, I only have 40 stickers. I don't know what the cap is, but I only have 40 of them. I haven't even opened up more than half of the game. But there's other things like downloadable content that you could later get. There's AR cards that you can get stuff from. There's gifts that you can get from people to people. Also, this is a new feature. Similar to Animal Crossing, I can let people into my town. I can go to their towns.
Oh, wow.
That was cool. Not something that you could do.
You can do that with people on your friends list or just random people?
I'm not sure because I haven't explored it yet. I've been so focused on trying to complete the quests or the things that I remember I had to do from the first game.
Mm-hmm.
And that I honestly haven't even explored that feature, that capability of being able to. I mean, in the first game, I believe that you could. There was some kind of travel. I don't remember. I didn't do it. All I know is I never did it. But with this one, it seems to be something that they push you towards, and I think that maybe that could be because you get stickers, or there may be something you can source in somebody else's game that you probably can't get in yours. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't really know the logistics of it. I haven't even gone there.
Do you know what DLC they have planned?
No. I have not looked up anything. I've just been trying to enjoy the game.
Sure.
So, in the previous game, the DLC that they would have would be like themed shirts or clothing items or cafe items for the time of year. So, Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, whatever. But right now, like, my whole town is decorated in Halloween theme, just like Disneyland would be, like, with the giant pumpkin and everything, like in Disneyland.
Cool.
Mickey pumpkin. But I have not received like a little thing saying, "Hey, there's downloadable content for Mickey."
So they're just pushing that through, like Animal Crossing would, just seasonal.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. So I did just buy some. You can go to. This is what's cool. You can go to Scrooge McDuck's store. He has a store in the game, and his nephews run it. Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Sure.
And you can buy clothing items from them. In the previous game, you bought like one piece. So you would have to try and collect this, different pieces to make a whole ensemble. What a pain in the hiney. They've changed it to now you pay 1,000 coins, which is really easy to get because you're selling stuff in your cafe all day long. But you pay 1,000 coins and you get the whole ensemble head to toe. So that's really cool. Same as before, like you can trade items with Scrooge. I didn't even talk about this. You can trade items with Scrooge. So say I have like an obscene number of milk berries and I don't even know. I can give him milk berries and he'll give me money. I'm sorry. So you can cash in what you have in excess of. So right now, like I just went and bought a bunch of Halloween decorations for my cafe, like a new wall and floor, new tables and chairs, so it's all Halloween themed. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to want that after Halloween. I'll probably take it to Scrooge and give him that to get money back. So that's another feature. Yeah. I didn't use it a lot in the first game because there's a constant flow of money coming in from your cafe, and because that's your only source of like money, not your only source, because you get money while you're completing quests. Like you kicked over these barrels and they crushed and you got coin, just like any other video game. So, but the majority of your money comes from the revenue from your cafe. And as you're like, oh my gosh, I need money to be able to build all this furniture because it costs money. It costs the money and it costs the items. That's what's great. Like you obtain all these items, you source them all, and then you also have to pay for it. Really get you. But you just go back to your cafe and you're like, make 50 of these, make 50 of these, make 50 of these, and then sell them out or have a party or whatever and make your money back. It's no big deal.
One final question.
Yeah.
Would you recommend this game to others?
100%. I was waiting for you to finish because I felt like, yes, absolutely, 100%. Like, even to people that didn't play the first one. Because the tutorial is so long. Oh, it's so long. It's so long and so annoying because you're basically just get me through this, just skipping ahead.
Yeah,
and there's not like a fast way to do that. So the A button got pushed a lot. Mm-hmm. But you don't even have to play the first one. This one is fantastic. I personally haven't finished the first one and am playing this one. It does, however, make me want to go back and play more of the first one to see where I end up, to see not only how it ends, but maybe I did miss something. Maybe there is more content. There's not. But sure. I don't know. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Disney Magic World 2.
Yeah.
Highly recommended.
Highly, highly, highly recommended.
You could be playing it at Disneyland.
I'm taking it with me, yeah.
For sure, these.
Street pass like crazy.
Colin. Say people have already bought in Disney Magical World 2. Say they've already purchased it.
Okay.
Bought. They've already picked it up. They've already spent their hard-earned Dolores on it. Or maybe they're just not fans of Disney.
What?
Right? Crazy
Get out of
people.
here.
Crazy people.
Get off this podcast.
If they were looking for something else to possibly buy Nintendo related, are there any games coming out within the next month that people could look forward to?
There are a few.
No.
Well, there are.
I reject that.
On November 4th, we got Mario Party Star Rush, along with a new set of amiibo, which is honestly what I'm more excited about.
Woo-woo-woo.
Except for that
Waluigi amiibo, which needs to be burned.
I'm gonna buy it just so I can burn it.
Are you gonna buy it so you can burn it?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Alright, please record this.
I will.
And I'll retweet it every day.
I will. I'll do it for you.
Every single day.
Sure. You got it.
He's not getting my money.
We'll make a Waluigi bonfire.
He's not getting my money.
The smallest bonfire.
It's the worst character ever made.
So true. So true.
Ugh, makes me so angry just thinking about it. Okay.
Glow-in-the-Dark Boo and Daisy.
Yes. Those are going to be great.
Yeah.
Got to pick those up for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then November 18th, we have Pokemon Sun and Moon, which I imagine is going to be, once we do this a month from now, will be our game that.
I feel like that's probably pretty safe.
Yeah.
I heard it's going to be.
I'm going to play that.
I heard do you want Sun or do you want Moon?
I just was thinking about that. I'd probably Moon because I just think it's so much prettier. Mm. That's what I'm basing it off of.
There's a double pack that you can buy that actually gives you a free 100 Pokeballs for each game.
Cool.
That's sexy.
So it's $80, which is the same price if you're buying. No, it's physical.
Okay. Good.
You can buy. They do this every time. You can buy it. It's the same price as if you were to get them separately. You just get an added bonus. But do
they give you a code or something for that?
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, for $80 I get both games?
Yeah.
Right.
Cool. I'll do that.
Or if you have the Gamers Club or the Amazon's Prime, then you get the 20% off. So.
Sure.
Yep.
Heck of a deal. I'll play Sun. You play Moon.
Indeed.
Okay.
Which one are you playing, Colin?
I think Hayden wants to play Moon, so I'll probably end up playing Sun. I wanted to play Moon, but whatever.
Sure.
I'm gonna choose Poplio because Poplio is the man.
Fire Kitten.
Litten.
Fire Litten. Litten the Fire Kitten.
Litten the Fire Kitten.
Oh, I'm excited. I haven't played Pokemon outside of Pokemon Go. I haven't played it on my DS in a really long time.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, have you guys got all your ghost Pokemon?
Oh, I've been catching them like crazy.
No, I haven't even at all, one bit.
It's been awesome. I finally got a Gengar because I caught so many freaking Haunters.
Oh, I have a feeling I'm going to make a trip into downtown Vancouver tomorrow. And just
you don't need to.
Why?
Just open
they're everywhere. They're like Rat-a-tats. They're everywhere.
Rat-a-tats! Stupid Portland Rat-a-tats.
Yeah, I've seen so few Pidgeys and Rat-a-tats the last few days. It's unbelievable.
Really?
It's awesome because you get the extra candies too, and if you have the buddy, you get candies twice as fast as well.
No, 4 times as fast.
Oh, 4 times. Okay.
4 times,
yeah.
What am I even doing with my life?
I was trying to tell you this the other night.
I know.
And you dismissed it. You're like...
Also, everyone out there, Toys R Us is doing a Pokemon event on the 30th. And they're going to be having Pokemon Go Plus accessory there. They're going to be handing out free trading cards.
I thought it's all weekend, right? Or is it just Saturday?
That's Sunday.
It's Sunday. It's just Sunday.
Sunday.
This event This event is on Sunday. I think it starts at 2, but I would just look online and see when it starts. So, but if anybody wants a new, because they're coming out with the new Evolutions trading cards, which is actually the original art from the original cards, but they like boosted their stats and like made it so it's more competitive in the current game, but with the original like classic artwork. So I'm gonna be buying a couple of pack of those cards too.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It's a good time to be Pokemon fans.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
They know how to celebrate an anniversary, Nintendo.
That's true. I can't wait to Pokemon Go up at Disneyland.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's going to be terrible.
That'd be awesome.
We're not going to even pay attention at Disney.
You have to get your Pokemon Go Plus. You have to bring it.
Yeah.
What?
Or get an Apple Watch, one or the other.
I want an Apple Watch. I want an Apple Watch for a business right off bat.
There you
go. Yeah, I mean, as we're less than 5 months away now from the Nintendo Switch coming out, releases are slowing down to a trickle. But
drip, drip, drip.
Kind of expected that, so we'll make the most of what we can out of the releases that Nintendo gives us, and we'll do our best with that. But
yep.
Let's check in with the community.
Yeah.
We ask people to share your joys. What Nintendo games have you been playing recently and enjoying? Richard on Twitter at Richard_S123 said Paper Mario Color Splash, Mario Kart 8, and Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Oh, and Skylanders Imaginators. And Seth at Seth Hay said Paper Mario Color Splash. And honestly, despite some mixed reviews of that game, I am actually looking forward to playing it.
Is it you personally, or is that what he was saying?
No, me personally.
Okay.
I'm saying that.
Seth is that's a long tweet.
It. Yeah. How do you do that? No, Seth is already enjoying it. I am looking forward to grabbing it and playing it, and it looks fun. It sounds fun.
It looks beautiful. Yeah. Holy crap, the graphics look so good in that game.
Yeah. So good to know that people in the community are still playing Nintendo games, and
I still want to play a Tokyo Mirage Session, even though it looks super wacky. It looks so Japanese. Like, I think it might be a little bit too out there for me, but I still think I would dig it.
Yeah. You could probably find something to enjoy from it.
Absolutely.
That being said, though, Colin, we've been putting it off. I don't think tonight's the right night to do it, but we definitely need to figure out a time to finally talk about the most recent game that we've put in our video game bucket list of games that everybody should play at some point in their life. The last game we inducted was, of course, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Val, while you're here and a guest on this episode, quickly, do you have any thoughts of Ocarina of Time?
I haven't touched it in months.
Just to give people some context about
I'm stuck in a fish in his belly.
This is the first time you've played it.
Pinocchio style. It's the first time I've ever played it.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't get out.
Well,
of the belly.
Can I make the situation worse?
Are you madder at me?
No, I'm not mad at you, but can I
what?
play a story? So I went to the Zelda Symphony.
Oh, Hayden played it and he's already out and won the game. What?
Basically, yeah. So we went to the Symphony, and
I did not think he was going to say that.
He never played Ocarina somehow. Like, he played Majora's Mask. He's played like almost every Zelda game, but for some reason, I guess he never actually played Ocarina. He just watched me play it. So he got super excited to play it when we came home, and he pretty much beat it in less than a week without looking up anything.
Shut your dirty mouth.
So you might want to get.
Here's the thing: is I've said this before on our podcast that we don't ever do anymore because we're bums. I don't have the time that some other people have to play a game. I mean, I could. I totally probably could force myself to do it. But then I just feel guilty that I played for so long. One thing that was great about tonight is Josh went upstairs to have a meeting, was Skyping in with some people. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to play my DS, get amped for this podcast tonight. I sat, it was half an hour.
About 45 minutes, yeah.
But that was great. That was fantastic for me. Anything more than an hour, I all of a sudden look around and go, holy cow, I haven't showered. I haven't, life is not happened. You know, when you wake up accidentally, you sleep in on a Sunday and it's 10 a.m., you're like, oh my gosh, the whole day is wasted. That's kind of what happens to me is I feel like all of a sudden, we've had Skylanders Imaginators sitting on our coffee table for a week and a half. And I watched Josh play, and it looks super fun. All I keep thinking is, man, I want to create my own Skylanders. That would be so cool. If I start that, I will not stop that. And there has to be some self-control. Somebody's got to cook dinner. Somebody's got to do dishes. My house is a disaster for crying many sakes, and that's me doing the bare minimum. Imagine if I tried to time suck video games. So that's my excuse for not playing Ocarina of Time. Matt and I got really mad about the stupid fish, and I just bounced out of that game. It's not that I'm never going to go back. I think about it frequently. In fact, when we were at PAX, I was like, man, I should have brought my game. I don't know why I didn't. That was stupid on my part. But ultimately, now I have Disney Magical World, and we all know how much I love that. So it's just going to have to wait.
I'm hearing a lot of excuses.
That's exactly what I'm giving you. That would be exactly correct.
With that being said,
I can understand how he could be inspired, though, after listening to the symphony and wanting to play. I totally get that. That is powerful. Number one, symphonies amazing as they are. Number two, that particular music, amazing. I bet.
Absolutely.
Stupid kid. That's not true. I love him.
This has been a fun episode of the Joys of Games podcast.
It's over?
It's over.
Aww.
Val.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Enlightening us on Disney Magical World 2.
I really hope more people buy it. I'm kind of scared that it's going to be thrown by the wayside.
Here's the thing.
Especially with the new system coming out.
They wouldn't have made a second one.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But now that they've just released information about a new system that they're making, people are like, why?
People are going to cling to this 3DS as long as they possibly can.
It's beautiful. It's fantastic. And if you're a lover of Disney, this will just feed you. It will take care of you. It will nurture you. It will cradle you to sleep at night and sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
If people wanted to say hi to you on Twitter, where could they do so?
I have 2 Twitter handles.
Okay.
If I don't know that either one of them are good for the people that listen to this podcast, but at Valerie Striplin is the one I primarily tweet from these days, and then at Mrs. Noise.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good times.
Thank you once again.
Thank you for having me, Colin. Surprise!
Yay!
Colin, where can people find you at, my friend?
I'm at PDX_geek on Twitter.
And you can find me personally on Twitter at The Noise. Please be sure to follow the show on Twitter at Joys of Games. Email us, joysofgames@gmail.com. Everything that we do is posted over at the website, toysforgames.com. And of course, if you'd like to support us and what we do, you can do so on our Patreon page, patreon.com/toys4games.
Because I was on the episode, do I have access to the toys? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Mama could really use a new 3DS. I'm just joking. I'm gonna start a GoFundMe for that. I wonder if people would pay. That'd be crazy.
You should start your own Patreon.
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna take money from.
I said you should start your own Patreon.
I should.
Yeah.
Help Val get a 3DS. A new one.
A new one.
People are like, why? The system's obsolete. I am not donating any money to this.
That being said, we'll be back next week for a week of Microsoft and Xbox talk. I'm not sure what we have planned yet, but I'm sure it'll be good, as always. Thank you all for listening. It's been a pleasure. It's been enjoyable. Until next time, go out there and play some games. Have fun. Enjoy them.
Specifically Disney Magical World 2.
Like Val said.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.